All right, everyone, heads up. We have report after report coming in of people being followed home from the grocery store, from their banks, and from their places of employment and being attacked. Across the entire state of New York, we are seeing warnings come out from officials saying that you need to be on the lookout for what they call wolf pack violence. That's where individuals, usually criminal elements, are getting together in groups of 6 to 12 individuals, and they are moving upon a separate person. So if you're walking home from school, if you're going to the store and going to your car, if you're coming home from the bank, or if you're just nonchalantly taking a walk around your neighborhood, you have a chance of getting attacked. This is where your self-defense becomes the most important part of your daily life. I want you to listen to this Florida couple. They were ambushed and shot after being followed home after a Hard Rock casino win. Now you might think, oh gosh, somebody took advantage of, $50,000, $80,000. That would really be worth somebody following them home and shooting them and trying to take their money. No, guys, these people won $3,000. They might not even have walked out of the casino with that much. That was just their table win. And so these punks came up behind them, followed them all the way home, shot them, and tried to take all of their money along with their life. It was just a date night. 2 men followed the individuals, Kim Chambliss and her boyfriend. His name is Dela Cruz, from the Seminole Hard Rock Casino. This is happening, as you can see, not just in New York, not just in California. This is across the USA. The World Health Organization recently said that we are going to see never before seen versions of lockdowns across the world. According to a report from Iran International, the Iranian government for the first time has acknowledged the existence of its nuclear program, and they have begun the development and active testing of explosive devices that will be used on the warheads in nuclear war. Gold keeps hitting the highest price in history, and you might start to ask yourself, why is that? Why would gold keep going up? Why wouldn't people be investing in the United States dollar, the Russian ruble, the Chinese currency? This is because it always falls back to something that you can hold that has universal trade value. Now, in barter and trade, when your country finally goes under a civil war or some sort of collapse, you're going to need more than gold or silver. What you're going to need is food to trade. You're going to need medicine to trade. You're going to need possibly ammunition to trade. And then you have a whole bunch of concerns that come up. What if you're trading ammunition with someone who turns around and uses that against you and your family? You have to consider all of these things because we are in the middle of a huge paramount change to our country. The Federal Reserve and the Feds are preparing millions of people for change in the economy. They believe that we're going to see price hikes. They say inflation is going to continue. And we have all those people saying that monkeypox is coming, that there might be a weaponized version of it coming. Now, I want to remind you, we're not that far past a Chinese biolab being shut down inside the USA, and the acknowledgement in the US government that there may be 10 to 20 illegal Chinese-run biolaboratories creating weaponized viruses inside the USA on US soil. Maybe you weren't around for that when it happened. Just do a quick Google search and you're going to see both the left and the right mainstream media outlets discussing it and the acknowledgement by the CDC and the government. Now, they shut up after it happened and after they let it loose out of the bag that there might be 10 to 20 more of these. Why? They'll use it to an end. Never let any good catastrophe go to waste. That's their motto, as much as our motto is do your chores, do your prep work, and then have fun. So the feds are preparing millions of for a bird flu outbreak. They say a potential pandemic is on the way. They have millions of doses already ready in what they called undisclosed distribution centers, ready for mail delivery if needed. Now, they're also setting up contracts to make millions and millions of more doses. This is starting to fall eerily in line with what Russia said when they came out with a whole PDF, and they released this to the public. They released it all over the world, saying that they had evidence that the United States government, together with other nations, were creating a weaponized bird flu disease that would spread easily between humans, and they would distribute it upon the migratory lines of birds. It would go all over the world, but guess what? The USA would have just the right special kind of treatment plan to make sure that the population of the USA and its allies at the time. You notice how they don't have these lined up in millions of doses in other countries. No, they're right here in the USA because we are holding out. A lot of our allies are going to jump ship. They're going to go to Russia. They're going to go to China, start trading with the BRICS. All these things are going to happen as we suffer an empire in decline. So if you're not with the USA at that time, you don't get your dose of the no-kill. You don't get the no-die virus. So that's what they're planning for. A statement by President Putin has said that After a week into the enemy's criminal invasion into Russia, not one condemnation was placed by world leaders. Do they not have eyes, or do they not care about the dead littering the streets when they are Russian bodies? You see, war is a dangerous and nasty business, but it is a business. You don't see the corporate leaders out there in the trenches fighting. No, you see the young guys or the old dudes out there fighting. The corporate leaders are the ones who are taking your tax money and saying, okay, kill the Russians. The ones in Russia are saying, okay, kill the Americans, kill the Ukrainians, and they're just making a profit off of your life's cost.